Welcome to Studio Z. My name is Scott Zwick, and tonight we are going to introduce you to a new kind of newish product. I went out by myself, by my lonesome, Timmy Wynette, all by myself, and I was able to catch the second half of the Reading Woburn game, dynamite game. Back and forth, maybe 14, 16, 20 score flips in the game total after it was a 10-point game at the half. This is kind of what I'm thinking about for increasing the volume of coverage, right? As you know, as we are in the infancy stages, and then we are growing. As we, you got to start grow up before you are growing. We need to be able to expand our coverage with how we, with the people that we have, and that's how we do it. We're gonna, that's one way to do it, right? So take a look at this broadcast. You tell me, do you like what you see? Is this something that's obviously things are compromised, right? I'm at a different angle. The camera's going to slip a little bit, and is a broadcast important to you? Does that matter? If you like the broadcast, say, hey, I like it. Do more. Engage. Let me know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Studio Z. I'm Scott Zwick, and you are watching Sports A to Z. Tonight, we give you Reading versus Woburn. Half of the game. Yes, that's right. Half. I go where I can, when I can get there, and I do the game. So this is going to be a little bit of a new product, of a new perspective, if you will. So take a look, see what you think, and if we get good feedback, we'll do more of it. This wasn't a choice that I said, well, I'll just do the halftime of the game. That's all I had time to do. But certainly the half is part of a game. This game was a dynamite game. Back and forth we went. The Chaff Reading kids hung in there, came back from a 10-point lead. Tons of score flips in the game. We'll tell you how it ended, but it was craziness down the stretch, and I'm real glad I went, whether I was broadcasting or not. I had a heck of a time. Okay, enjoy Woburn versus Reading. Bing, bang, boom. Good evening and welcome to Sports A to Z's presentation of Friday Night Basketball on Sports A to Z. My name is Scott Zwick, and I'm not alongside anyone tonight, so bear with me. We're going to see what we can do here as we're going to do the second half of Woburn and Reading. And that means it's going to be a challenge for me. I have never done it all myself. So Dave Kuzmich, the official, comes in and calls a carrying violation on, I don't know, I was running the camera. There we go. So 7:20 left in the third, and we're here on a Friday night, and Woburn leads by 8. They played well lately. They struggled earlier in the season. Their record is not stellar, but they've gotten some big wins of late. The most recent one coming where I believe they took care of Arlington in a lopsided victory.
And I'll tell you something about Coach Harrington. You know, he's going to get to these guys. He's going to get these guys to going. You know, come hell or high water. And so you can either lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's sort of I think that's his sort of the way he looks at it. So, and it's been very effective. You know, he's had a lot of success over the years. As they're following up, the big miss is Tommy Carter. So that's going to be the real challenge for me. Is going to be when somebody scores, and I don't know who the heck it was, and I'm going to look down and try to figure out who it was. That is going to be a challenge. But the more I can do, especially by myself, the more coverage I can bring to the masses, the unwashed masses, or in this case, Sports Data Z-Land. So, dribble driving to the basket and not getting to go is Dylan McLaughlin. And stopping and popping on the other end, Reading can't get out of their own way as Dew Ross goes up hard. And he'll be rewarded with a couple of free throws. Dew Ross, well, we last saw Reading a week ago, Monday, on Martin Luther King Day. And Dew Ross was outstanding. Certainly, Pat Harrington was outstanding. Yeah, the bigs inside were really good. And then, of course, the star of the game was the super freshman, Jesse Jardy, who I didn't identify as a freshman until after the contest. So anyone watching that would have not really figured out. I should have let you know he's a super frost. He's not in the game right now, but Doherty was a revelation. And I'll tell you something I saw when I first came into the gym tonight. I saw Doherty banking another another outside shot. So I made a big case last game of him banking in an outside shot, and how the serendipitous of it, oftentimes proved disastrous for the team that it happened against. And I'm wondering if he doesn't do that by design. Stopping and popping. No, DeRoss almost knocked it into his own basket. Actually, that was Alec Dean. So they'll move the ball around, and DeRoss will let it fly and let it go. Bing, bang, boom. DeRoss cuts the lead to 1. 32-31. So in my effort to do it all here, I kind of lost sight of the actual score. And with 5:23 left in the third quarter, all that's left for Woburn's 10-point halftime lead is one single point. So certainly that is a challenge for Coach Harrington. And I'll tell you something, the one thing, I've had seasons where, you start off real slow and then you build momentum. But I'll tell you something that happens. Your margin of error gets to be like nil. And that's what they're looking at. I mean, obviously they're trying to make the tournament, and I don't believe they have not been disqualified from it, which would mean 11 losses. So, you lose these games early, and then you look up and you say, what the heck? We can't lose tonight. And no, you can't. No, you can't. So we'll see what Coach Harrington got dialed up, and it starts off sloppy as providing a little heat there is Tommy Carter. So 15 on the shot clock. Taken to the basket, and no. That time is Brian Aylen. And DeRush kind of sat there like with a look on his face like, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? So, yeah, so the two observations I had when I stood courtside for the first 5 or 6 minutes of the second quarter, a couple of things. DeRush isn't tall, but he's put together well. And Reading has good length. That's a tall team. It didn't really strike me as such on tape as going to the basket, and we have a score flip as Tommy Carter puts Reading up 1. And then right back on the other end is Aaron. And so we have another score flip. Back and forth we go. Electric action here in Woburn on a Friday night. My name is Scott Zwick, and I'm alongside nobody here to bring you this action on a Friday night, because it's what I love to do. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? And now dribble driving. That time stopping and popping is Marchant, and Marchant flips the score again. And Reading leads by 1, 35-34. So dribble drive, kind of pulling out the rug from under him is, who was that? Trying to get my bearings here. Not really sure. That's going to be a challenge, but a very nice move as his momentum carried him, and the defender went flying by. Stop and popping from way downtown is Kevin Berry, and Woburn leads by 1, 36-35 with, holy cow, that's going to be a problem. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. A nice save there, helter-skelter play, and a foul is called. It's going to be against Reading. And so now the aforementioned Jesse Doherty comes into the game, 42, and he comes in with Patrick Harrington. Both of them were stellar when we last saw them. So I wonder if they'll be able to provide a boost. And here's Doherty, who we're wondering if he likes to bank him from the outside and straight on. Non-traditional angles. This would be an impossible angle. As he's dribbling and running out of time. And now it's Marchant to the basket. No, DeRoss tips it. And finds, around the horn they go. And finally it settles down with Alex Dean. Bing, bang, boom. Big possession for Reading. And they lead by 2, 38-36. Marchant clears. Dean's feeling it. No. Heat check there. There's a lot of energy in this gym, as is per usual on a Friday night, but these players can't seem to harness it right now. Well, maybe that'll help, as bing, bang, boom, Joseph Gusano. Way downtown, bang, bing, bang, boom. And another score flip, I believe our 6th in the last 2 minutes. 39-38, Woburn. Here's the freshman, New. And a big rebound there for Adam Murphy. Stopping and popping New that time is Brian Aylen. And Reading is looking to get a little secondary fast break going. I don't really blame them. You know, neither of these teams really seem to want to play a half-court game. So if you don't want to play this, you don't have to play half-court basketball to win. You know, we saw that with Everett on Sunday night, and we'll see them again tomorrow. You know, you you can run secondary breaks and you can get real creative and you don't have to. You can take a shot right over you. We give ball over half court as long as it's a decent one. And there's an offensive foul as they're going to call it on Arrington for kind of shifting his body. I've given up trying to figure out what the rules are for the moving screens. It seems to change with every official and every season, so that just is a foul, and I'm going to accept it and move on. So 1 minute left in the third. Spirited third quarter. Friday night here in Woburn. Oh, muscling his way in, but going nowhere finally is Thomas Skeffington. Skeffington was getting aggressive. The freshman can't find the mark. Woburn leads by 1, 39-38. 37 seconds left in the third. A lot of very... So, what is Woburn trying to do? It's very pointed offense. It's very, I'm going to dribble to the basket. I'm going to kind of put my head down. I'm not going to stay. I'm going to stay in control. And then, I'm going to kind of force the ball into the basket. Now, that can work. But you need real determined players to get it done. And, that's your whole kind of livelihood is based on effort and then you have one kind of bad night, and now you're in big trouble. And stopping it, popping, nice little two-man game right there is Sean Bacchius. And here comes Woburn with 2 seconds left, and one, no. So that'll put an end to the third quarter with our score. Reading 40, Woburn 39. We'll be back right after this. Bing, bang, boom. And we're back to Woburn High on a Friday night. My name is Scott Zwick. I'm alongside nobody. This is a solo effort. I'm Timmy Wynette all by myself. And the two teams, especially Reading, has treated me with a big comeback in the second half to find some exciting and electrifying action. We enter the fourth. Woburn trails by 1, 40-39, but the story of the third quarter where the score flips. What, too many to count? 6, 7, maybe 8? It was just every time it seemed the score was flipping. And that's the most exciting brand of basketball. When you don't know when the outcome is very much in doubt. So the dribble drive into the basket there, and one big bang boom. Wow. So Kevin Berry gets determined and ferocious. And he finishes through contact. And his free throw gives his team a 2-point lead, 42-40. As we begin play here in the fourth, another score flip, and this one in a dramatic fashion as Berry got aggressive. Marchand is trying to do the same, but he can't get it to go. I tell you, we've seen Marchand now twice. He's a confident player. They really ask him to do a lot. As you look out there, I mean, there are not a lot of ball handlers on the floor, and he's doing almost all the primary duties himself. I thought maybe I thought they needed to give him a little help last game. They did not, and they were rewarded. And the coaching staff were rewarded with a victory as he really fought through his struggles and fatigue. And ended up making a huge basket at the end. Now to the dribble drive that time is Skeffington. He can't get it to go. 7 minutes left in the contest. Both of these teams kind of fighting for their playoff lives. You have to be 500 or better to qualify for the tournament. And these two teams, especially Woburn, have been flirting with disaster from day one. Inside out 3 for Jesse, and he can't get it to go. So Doherty is not picking up where he left off, as he's been ice cold. Now taking 2 strong dribble drives to the basket. Bing, bing, boom. Gattuso. Impressive. Woburn leads by 4, and they're looking for more as they're breaking. Stopping and popping is Kevin Barry, as Adam Murphy hit the deck hard. Yeah, that's what happens when these guys are trying to win these ball games. They're gonna bodies start flying. This is competition. Intense competition. 44-41. Woburn leads. They're kind of taking control right now after a long period of time when it was all Reading. So they've done a lot. They've done well with this little dribble penetration. It's kind of very determined penetration. That time stopping and popping and back the other end. So it's Gudo at one end, and then it's Nick Perez. Way downtown, bang. I believe. Yeah. My name is Scott Zwick, and I'm alongside nobody tonight. And that gives you one of a little bit. You're not going to be brimming with confidence when you're a party of one in a gym full of 500. I can't exactly say that anybody's got my back here, so we'll have to see how it ends. If you ever hear from me, somebody tell my story. The Sports A to Z story was one of perseverance and determination. Anyway, so nice little back and forth action there. They were congratulating Doherty. I'm going to assume he hit it. Why not, right? So, maybe we need to. I can do these games, but I got to put a little box around the outside that says, warning, this guy's an idiot. So 46-44 Woburn. What do we got? 5:58 left in the contest. And Harrington still kind of, he loves to give instruction. That is one thing that's been very obvious. And you got to be careful with that. You give them too much instruction, the players are going to, you give them way too much, and they'll tune it all out. You give them a little bit too much, and they'll tune out the part that from the point when I got the too much on. But these players are not robots, and they're not. They don't just suck in information. You got to make it useful, and you got to keep it in limited quantity, because these dudes are doing. There's an unforced error after. These dudes are doing, what is it? They're doing 12-hour days. They're coming to school at 7. This is a 7 to 7 day for these guys. This is the guy and the girls. This is tough stuff. This is not for the weak. So. A little two-man game down low. Harrington gets it deflected that time. Wow. I tell you, this Woburn has really gotten aggressive. That time, who was it? 33. Yeah, Skeffington. Wow, Skeffington, very nice. So, 5:32. Woburn leads, has a precarious 2-point lead. Both teams starting to feel the pressure. This is crunch time. Late and close. This is what they've had a lot of effectiveness doing. I don't know, if that I wasn't here for most of the first half, but they've kind of found their lane for this game at least, and that is kind of very purposeful dribbles towards the basket. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm going to dribble from point A to point B. I could take me a half hour to get there. I don't care. I'm going to do it, then I'm going to take my time and lay the ball in the basket. You know, that approach has really worked well for them. It's kind of a hyper-focused approach. It certainly fits Harrington's profile, you know. So you got to see his fingerprints all over that. And it's really proven effective tonight. And the same thing, there it is. And that time, Skeffington can't get it to go, and it's cleared. And here's Marchant, little fiddle and diddle. So, 2-point deficit for Reading as DuRoss can't get it to go. So both teams have gone cold at the advent of Leighton Close. There he forced dribble drives, and that time again, Gattuso. Bing, bang, boom. That's a good finish. He's been very effective when he's gotten to his right hand and he's able to have enough space to gain momentum and then explode off a 1 foot of the second the second pickup of the dribble, and that's a big bucket. That's gonna open up what seems like breathing room now for Woburn. They lead 49-44, and my math proves correct. That's a 5-point lead, and they can add to it. This is a big possession for Reading. They got to dig in. This is the ball game here for Reading. They got to dig in right here. This is the line you got to draw. They do. They do a nice job. So can't let it get to 7 under 5. You just can't. You just can't, because everything after that, you're going on a luck scenario. Stopping and popping is Doherty. No, can't get it to go. And danger time again for Reading as Doherty does not get position. And that's a very unfortunate foul because it's going to put, I don't know what he's taking that foul. Yeah, that is what is called a freshman mistake, as that's going to put a 1-and-1 for, I can't even see the number, but these are big free throws. Yeah, he buries the first confident stroke there for Dylan McLaughlin. Very smooth. So this would be huge. It's a 7-point game. It's 3 possessions, and a timeout is called. That time, I'm not sure who called it, but this is critical time for Reading and their title and their playoff hopes. So as I go to the trusty iPhone here and figure out what Reading's record is. Let's see if we can figure that out. Do it together. READING. Boys basketball. Let's see. Reading Boys Journal, huh? Well, there's a Reading Boys Journal. Okay. All right. Let's go. So it comes up, and we got 4 and 5. Yes, this is a huge game. This is a huge game. So, trusty Max Preps, who is never trusty. Who knows what the actual record may be, but it's somewhere around there. 5 and 4, 4 and 5. And this is tragic here. Serendipity, as it looked like it went off of a Woburn player, but it will stay Woburn ball. Reading ball. 51-44. The Rockets need a burst. And right there to give it to him, bing, bang, boom, is Alex Dean. Way downtown, bang. 51-47. We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the first in the contest. Well, it sneaks up on you, huh? And you see there, that was Dylan McLaughlin going to the basket. But the player that's had the most effectiveness certainly has been Gattuso. Gattuso's been outstanding. 15 on the shot clock. So let's see what they got in their bag of tricks here. Try to the basket. What else? Good pass down low. But no. Holy cow, that's a big defensive stand for Reading. I tell you, I like this Reading. These Reading bigs are tough. It's a tough team. It's a tough team. Here's Mashans. He's got to get this offense initiated a little quicker when we're down 4 points. Here's Doherty. Wow, they're going to rely on wow. That is a challenge. I mean, for Doherty, this is a freshman. He's going to be we're going to double screen for him. Okay. So 2:20 left in the contest. 4-point game. Woburn leads on a Friday night. They just kind of almost running, it looks like a little Harlem Globetrotter offense. And there it's tipped out. And they're running out of time, the shot clock. No. Loose ball is finally cleared. Seemed like a day and a half by Reading. 51-47, they stay alive. 1:49 left in the game. Here's Marchant. He's got to make something happen here. And that is not quite what I had in mind. That is way downtown. No, Doherty is not on the mark tonight. So this is probably their last possession without fouling for Reading as we come up on 1:25. They're down 5. Sorry. So this is very purposeful dribbling, taking some clock now. As these and then taking the time, I like that. So that's the when I said about Harrington that Harrington, they didn't take a shot. Wow, that was odd. I'll have to watch the replay to find exactly what happened there. Did he not want them to take a shot at all? I don't know. Maybe that's because it brings a fast break the other way. And then they're going to call right there. Wow, they're going to call an offensive foul on an illegal screen with a minute left on a team down by 5. Holy cow. That is not something you see often. And so Reading's going to let it go. They got to. You kind of got to foul, guys, right? I mean, what are we waiting for here? This is going to run down. We're going to run down to, 15 seconds. You're down 5. I don't know. Maybe my math is off, but this is not. And I don't think Reading's going to. I'm going to see if they don't take a shot on purpose. Well, they do that time. No. And here's DeRoss. Marchant's got it. They got to make something happen real quick. Doherty's dribble driving. Here's Marchant. DeRoss. No, it is bang, bang, boom. Alex Dean gets his second from way downtown to go, and it's a 1-point game with 16 seconds. So it goes to show what I know, right? I mean, just that really just kind of underscores the fact that I'm out here giving my opinion, and there's no right or wrong answer for almost any of this, right? I mean, I'm sitting there saying I don't know, if they really can let this run down. They do let it run down because this is just what I thought. My math wasn't off. I said you get it under 16. I didn't realize how close to 1 point 5 points was, which is exactly 3 points, which is what happened when Alex Dean connected on a ball that kind of hit the back of the rim and then kind of hung out for a while and then dropped through. So 51-50 with 16.2 seconds left. Okay, so let's reset it here. If we are Woburn, we are dribble driving to the basket, and we are going to try our best to not leave time in the shot, time for a rebound with the shot. So that's a challenge. So how do you do that? I don't know. We'll see what Coach Harrington comes up with full court pressure. Ooh, this is very intense. And they're gonna foul. Oh, well, see, it's been a long day for me, folks. I was at the ledge. Of course they're fouling. Of course. Coach, they're down 3. They're down 1. But the important part here to remember, right, is that no matter what happens, you're going to have, it's a one-possession game. So you can, 13 seconds to say, you can score a really quick 2 maybe. Oh, that's a big miss there. There was a two shots there for. Gattuso. Here we go. 12 seconds left. 2-point game. And timeout. Reading. So there you go. So everybody this gym is eerily quiet. That's why I'm kind of a little bit quiet right now. So I got confused, right? That'll happen on solo night. My name is Scott Zwick. I'm alongside nobody. It is just me, and we have been treated with a 2-point game here in Woburn. It was a 10-point game. Woburn led by 10 at the half, and then in the third quarter, it wasn't like some crazy run, right? No, it was just steady, determined effort by a balanced attack that saw the Rockets chip away. And when the chipping was done, they found themselves only down 2 with 9.4 seconds left and in possession of the ball. So what do you do here? Well, I'll tell you what I do if I've been losing the entire game. I drop a good play for a 3-pointer. We're gonna bury this, and we are gonna go home winners. So here's DeRoss. They're gonna run a play here, and it's for Marchant. He little shoulder shimmy goes to the basket. No, DeRoss saves it. It's Woburn ball with 0.3 left. Wow. So Marchant got to the basket, but the attempt was errant, as it kind of caught DeRoss by surprise, right? I mean, he's saying to himself, why do I have the ball right here? And so, in my opinion, that pause you saw with him, he's like, what do I do with this? He's not expecting a ball to. It's just the scenario of the ball not hitting, and it just hadn't really crossed his mind. I'm talking now on a more of a second level, right? Not what's going through his conscious mind. Well, some guys say, why did he pause there? Because he wasn't sure what was going on here. And that's very, very, very common for an athlete, right? Especially an experienced one, is they literally get confused, right, on the court. And I've always said, told players that I coach or train, you're going to get confused sometimes. Just remember, if you get confused, head towards the basket, right? If you're on defense, head towards the basket and protect it. If you're on offense, head towards the basket and make something happen. And when you give them that tool, that kind of then there's nothing that can happen out there that you won't know what to do, right? Because that kind of covers everything, right? What to do? Go to the basket. Well, what else would I have to do if I don't know what to do? Anyway, so 0.3, they should just really not be. Oh, why would we toss it there? Wow. Okay, and that's the end of the ball game. So our score here at Woburn High School on a Friday night, 52-50. Woburn with a big victory, and they stay red hot. They've been they kind of have had a second half resurgence here. They've had a second half resurgence as they started slow, and let's see if we can find the game where it kind of went, it changed for them. See if we can find the game, because they're 7 and holy cow, what a turnaround for Woburn. So look at this. I mean, at one point they're 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're 1 and 3. They're 2 and 5 at one point. And but they've won 4 of their last 5 of their last 4 of their last 4. Oh, somebody was here at the game. No. Oh, what am I watching? Oh, is this the girl? Oh, this is not outstanding. And we'll be back right after this. Bing, bang, boom. And we're back. Welcome to the Sports A to Z post-game show. My name is Scott Zwick, and I'm alongside nobody. I'm a one-man band. I'm Tammy Wynette. I'm all by myself. And I'm glad that I decided to make the 4 football length trip from my house to Woburn High School tonight to see an exciting and dramatic tilt between 2 conference rivals as Woburn wins to go to 7 and 6, and Reading looks like they go to 4 and 5. So, this was fun tonight, right? This was fun. This is a fun basketball game. This is a good ticket on a Friday night. A 10-point game at the half. Woburn kind of looked like they were in control, and then I think that the determination and perseverance of Reading kicked in. They had a quality third quarter. This came storming all the way back, tied it. The lead flipped, I don't know, a dozen times in the last 2 quarters. It was outstanding. This Reading team, this Reading team is worth the price of admission, right? Holy cow! These guys, wherever these guys play, there's excitement sure to follow. And they're hard. They're a determined bunch. They're defensive oriented. They're tall. They're big. I was down there on the floor tonight for the third quarter. These guys, these are big dudes. These are big dudes. Dude, Ross isn't necessarily tall, but he's built out. And then Harrington's big. I mean, they're all big. Doherty's bigger than I thought, but Doherty's got to be 6'1". So, this is a big team. So let's, the Bing Bang Boom Boom Award goes to Alex Dean. All he did is just hit every shot he took in the fourth quarter, and they could have been game changers, but the game didn't change, and his team did not go out with a victory. But that wasn't the case with the MVP, and that's the Woburn's Joseph Gattuso. And Gattuso, oh, wow, was he good. Gattuso was dribble, driving, and finishing at the basket through contact and being rewarded with an extra free throw. So those are the superlatives, if you will. And that's going to do it here on the first solo night of Sports A to Z. For nobody else, my name is Scott Zwick. Bing, bang, boom.